This is a modification of Doki Doki Literature Club. This is a modification of Doki Doki Literature Club and is not affiliated with Team Salvado or the original game. This mod continues from the original game and should only be played after the original has been completed. If you have not played through it yet, please download a fresh copy from the official website. Also, there's little if any disturbing content in this mod, but since you agreed to be at least 13 to play the original, let's play it safe. I agree. No need for a language filter. Greetings, I am Amy, and welcome to, I have kept that up here for a reason, Magical Literary Heroine Natsuki Saves the Literature Club. I just saved it under Magical Girl Natsuki or something. Full screen. So, this is actually a comedy mod, which I'm not really a fan of, like, not comedy mods, but just, I'm not a big fan of comedy in general. So I didn't really plan on playing any comedy mods because I don't want to, like, when I give my personal rating for, like, the story and general points, and then, like, my personal, like, things enter the rating, and I don't want to just, like, rate the mod poorly simply because I don't like it. Especially since, like, characterization or like accuracy to canon would be pretty difficult to rate because specific traits probably will be still amplified or something like that. But a friend played this mod, most likely because he likes magical girls and his favorite character is Natsuki, so he dared to play it and he said there aren't that many jokes that would be triggering for us, and he had fun with it. Strong language is not a problem for me, so that's not a problem. I wonder, is there language filter, easy mode? Easy mode? I will have to see if I might need easy mode, because apparently some decisions will be difficult in the sense of that they're like more on the comedic side as well. So yeah, my rating also here won't be any like accuracy to canon because like the characters will be amplified, like specific traits and specific things might be added just for comedy to the characters. The only thing that I might look out for are like I know a friend played like another mod and he really didn't like it for multiple reasons. One is the content and the jokes that aren't really, that like were basically very triggering. But one thing he also noticed is sometimes the mods, they try to make like commentary on the characters, like make like some type of meta jokes regarding the characters, and failed miserably because they just ended up completely misreading the characters, and therefore a lot of the intended jokes were literally just, you didn't understand the character. Like, that's not something to be proud of. So I'll see if there's anything like that where they're like not just in negative but also in the positive, where they're kind of trying to make like some kind of commentary about it. Like kind of some joke about how the game is like, for example, built. Yeah. So that's I think all, and I'll name the character here. Let's just name it Ben, because Natsuki. Finally done. Could be Natsuki or could be Monica. I feel like what I've seen is like Natsuki has kind of also like a very similar power to the club president, so this could be Natsuki. I'm just going to read one more for now. Hey Ben, can you hear me? Okay, I'm assuming this is Natsuki. Hey, wake up! I open my eyes to see Natsuki staring me directly in the face. Had I fallen asleep? Wait, when did that happen? I don't remember going to sleep in the club room. The last thing I remembered was Sayori saying something really strange. You and Natsuki were there, and so was Monica, or was she? My thoughts are still fuzzy as I struggle to recover from my unexpected nap. My head. Natsuki. Jeez, Ben, Sayori wasn't kidding when she said you had bad sleeping habits. How are you going to help me fix things when you can't even keep your eyes open? Help you fix things? I don't understand what's going on. Where is everyone? The more I try to piece together what was happening before I went to sleep, the less sense it makes. About that, they're... I guess there's no point in avoiding it. They're gone then. Sayori, Yuri, Monica, they're all gone. It's just us now. Just us? But how? Where did they go? Weren't they just here? I know I fell asleep for a bit, but my thoughts trail off, unable to process what Natsuki is telling me. From the way she worded it, it sounded like she meant something more than just going to get a snack. Yeah, that's an understatement. I've been asleep for a really long time, Ben. I'm not even sure how much time has passed since it happened, but I've been sitting here thinking about a lot of stuff. And now that you're awake, I think that means it's time to start fixing things. I stare at Natsuki for a moment. Natsuki, I don't understand any of this. Natsuki blinks at me, then smiles and scoffs slightly. Ha! I think that's what I said. That dork. He did say it would be easier than trying to explain it to you. So I guess I'm just going to have to do it. Do what? He? What are you talking about? Natsuki suddenly pokes my forehead with her finger and starts chanting. I suddenly wish I remembered more Japanese, because it sounds vaguely like something out of a Mahou Shoujo manga. Hey, what are you... I don't think that's a Mahou Shoujo manga. I think that's something else. Did it work? I blink and look around, except I don't. A lot of strange information is now swarming in my head. I am Ben, the main character in a game called Doki Doki Literature Club. In the game I followed another character, my childhood friend Sayori, to join a new club, where I met several cute girls and attempted to romance one of them. At least until the game's story took a hard turn towards discussions on mental health issues, psychological horror, and metatextual references. Great, it worked! Now I don't have to explain that part. Also, we don't need a recap. The player's supposed to have gone through the game already, so they should know everything too. Natsuki, you can hear my thoughts? Yeah, well, I can read them at least. I mean, they show up right down here in this box and everything. What? Oh yeah, it looks like they do, as I'm thinking them even. Man, this is weird. Yeah, I've always wondered what it would be like to like, sometimes I bleh, I'm saying a lot of like today. What it would be like to have some type of chat open and you look at it, and while you're thinking, like speaking to yourself and thinking wise, the text shows up, or like for some people also think with images and sounds and all of that, that it like plays or the images flash there. Kind of. I feel like the weirdest thing would be really those who like think in speaking writing format and then it's like displayed somewhere. Like when you look at it and follow it, wouldn't your thoughts like change or repeat, and so it would be an endless circle of repeating itself or something? When I read words, I tend to read a word and also have it like it's in my head and I'm reading it in some type of voice there. I don't know. Wait a minute, we're characters in the game, but how are we here? I remember a point where we were the only ones in the club room. Or where we became aware that we're characters, for that matter. Also, did Monica delete everything? Or maybe Sayori did. That part still seems fuzzy to me. Yeah, the game had two endings, but they both had pretty much the same result. Goodbye, Literature Club. Fortunately for us, we're in a modified version of the game that keeps going after the original ending. It's hard to explain. I've been thinking about this part the most. But basically, we're here because the player was unhappy with how the game ended and wants to fix things. I did read that kind of in the mod description, so yeah. The player. Right. I remember that while I have my own distinct personality, there's someone outside the game who makes some of my decisions for me and also is pushing buttons to advance the story. Hey! At least someone who acknowledges that he has his own distinct personality. You can also see what I'm thinking, right? Hello? Nice to meet you. You can't hear me, but nice to meet you too. Right, I also wanted to talk to you. I'm not getting to be all coy like Monica and give subtle hints about your existence. Not my style. but I'm right, aren't I? You finished the game and then installed the mod that we're in now. You weren't satisfied with how things ended. You never got to get to the festival Sayori, and you couldn't stop Yuri from, you know. And even if you got the best ending, Sayori still ended up deleting the game anyway. Could still have been Monica, or it could have been a mutual agreement. You didn't get to save everyone, it just never happened. As someone who's read more than a few stories, I don't know how frustrating that must be. That depends. I kind of do enjoy, I prefer kind of the fulfilling ending, I'll call it, because I kind of prefer bittersweet endings over just complete sad endings. But I don't mind complete sad endings either. So you searched online and found this mod, and well, here we are. I was recommended this mod by a friend. That's basically what happened, right? Let's save. And get a real... She wanted more weird horror and cool medicine. I guess I won't go with that. I will go with the slightly lesser option because there was the mod description and it did seem kind of interesting as well, but it was my friend who recommended it. Really? Well, Sayori did ask you to come visit again. And now we'll get a chance to fix some of the awful things that happened to us. We'll get a happy ending yet. So here we are, myself, Ben, and you. Hey, before we get started, would you mind telling me a bit more about yourself? I'd really prefer not to have to refer to you as just you for the next couple of hours, okay? And I'm not going to go crawling through a computer to try to figure out what your real name is. Not my style. So just tell me. And be honest, okay? First off, are you a boy or a girl? We're actually multiple people. I am a girl. Aha! See? It's not just guys who play this stuff. Yeah, I have also a few girlfriends who play it. I kinda wish we'd had more options in the original game. I know it means more work, but... does this mean that I'm supposed to be a girl? Nah, you're already a separate character from her. Might as well stick with it. Although, if I could edit the code... Natsuki eyes me mischievously. Hey, don't get any ideas! Oh no! You care about personal boundaries. Don't worry, I won't actually do anything. What kind of jerk would toy with someone's personal identity like that? Anyways, second, what's your name? Your real name. Don't worry, I won't share with anyone. Unless you turn out to be a creep. Seriously though, what's your name? I'm going to use Amy here. Okay, Amy, enough small talk. Let's get going already. I love how it. I wish it could have been a nice Easter egg to be like Amy likes space. Like in a comedy mod, I would accept it. Natsuki, what about me? You're coming too. Amy needs you to see and act on things. But let's get one thing straight. I'm the main character now. I didn't get nearly enough screen time before. I do agree with that. I feel like Natsuki is the least utilized character. It kind of makes sense narrative-wise, but I do wish there would have been a few more options to have like her as more in the forefront sometimes. And let's be honest, Ben, you were kind of an insensitive jerk for most of it. Hey, I couldn't help it. It's not like I got to pick my actions and dialogue. Yeah, I know, you're supposed to be a typical protagonist jerk, so I can't blame you too much. It's just how you're written. He isn't even a jerk. It's just that you both clash together. You're the one who's violent. But still, it'd probably be best to just let Amy control your actions this time. It's bad enough that my stunned mannerisms won't be perfect. But if we have to deal with your entire personality being changed, we might as well have just replaced you with someone else. So, just let Amy handle this, okay? This is kind of for them anyway. I don't really get what Natsuki means by that. Okay, but where are we going? How exactly are we going to save everyone? Right, I should explain. Amy, from your perspective, the game takes place from Tuesday to Monday. Then it starts over again without Sayori. Then just Monica. You relive the same week, or even just the same day, several times. I'm glad they acknowledged that it starts from Tuesday. But really, each of those days is a separate part of the game. There's scripts, right? Lines of code, variables, conditionals. Yeah, all that stuff. It's all connected. Making a choice here changes an outcome there. And as we saw with Monica, if you're not careful and messing around with it, bad things start happening. We don't want that to happen. So we need to be careful about what we do, and we need to do things in the right order. If we make a change, but then go back and change something else earlier in the script, it might undo the first change we made. Or something worse. I see. That means we need to solve Sayori, right? Right! I don't know exactly how we're going to do it, but if we look around for ideas in the script's first act, I'm sure we'll figure out some way to save her. Don't worry, I'll make sure we end up in places that won't screw things up just by us being there. And Amy, if you need to take a break at any point, it's okay. I made him promise that we won't have any awful nightmares while you're gone. We'll just sort of go to fall asleep. We'll just sort of go to sleep for a bit. We're trying to get rid of the poorer part after all. Him most likely like the creator of the mod. So Ben, Amy, ready to rock? Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, I'm assuming. I'm just going to save every option. I'm ready. Alright, it's time for magical literary heroine Natsuki, her sidekick Bang, and the mysterious Amy to save the literature club. And the sidekick? Yes, let's go! Is he okay? End first stage. That person tells you you're worthless. Don't get out of bed, don't eat, don't try to make friends. You're worthless, so why even bother? You're not worthless. Even if that person doesn't understand, we'll do whatever we can to help you see that you are precious to us and we love you. That person tells you it's so easy. Get more sleep and exercise. Take a pill every day. Talk to someone about your problems. It's so easy, so why can't you do them? It's not easy. You're fighting to make your life better, and we'll do whatever we can to help you. Until you can look at that person in the mirror and say, I love you. That's a cute poem. I think it's Natsuki's style, it's just not like her usual structure. So that's good, Natsuki. Begin second stage. Whoa! Okay, so we're outside my house. Wait, is that me? In the distance, a girl with a red bow in her hair and a boy next to her are walking to school. It's obvious that that's Sayori, and I've only seen the back of my head, but I'm pretty sure that's me with her. Huh. I wonder what would happen if I went and talked to myself. Forget it! We've got enough to do without creating some awful time paradox subplot. Okay. So, where are we? I mean, I know where we are, but, it's Tuesday morning. We're right at the beginning of everything. I figured it would be a safe place to start. I don't think there's really a whole lot we can do today. Been trying the club, but the only things that happened were introductions and Monica's idea to have everyone write poems. And your cupcakes. True. They were pretty great. But that's not what's important right now. We've got to search the rest of the week for clues. Nothing happens on Saturday, Monday. We should save Monday for last. That leaves Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday. One of those should have something helpful. What does wait a minute do? What's up? We know what happens when we just delete Monica. Never mind. None of those things actually are anything. Like just deleting Monica. Oh. Like, deleting Monica, we know how that ends with Sayori becoming president. Like, everyone will also just go and disintegrate everything. Yeah, the second option with, why can't we just fix everyone? And just making self-aware probably isn't as easy. Let's just go down the line for now. Where should we go? Let's just go in order. We're in the club room. It's empty. The sun hasn't quite gone down yet, but everyone has already left for the day. Oh yeah, this was the first day we shared poems. That was awkward. I mean, I guess it was a pretty good idea. Just because it wasn't something I was comfortable with meant it. Just because I wasn't something I was comfortable with meant it was bad. But it was also really stressful at first. Yeah, especially when you and Yuri started fighting. Don't remind me! Hey, what's this? Natsuki picks a familiar-looking paper off the floor. Hey Ben, it's the first poem you wrote! Or, I guess actually Amy wrote this. No, it was more Ben. He used the words that I picked some words that he put into it. I helped! Uh-huh. She glances over it again. That's right, most of the time. It's time to jog your memory. Recreate the poem you originally made so you can remember which club member you spent the most time with. The first time I ever played the game, I picked words that I liked, and let's see what it I kind of need to go back because my writing style has changed a bit. But back then, I know Sayori ended up being my first route that I ever played. I'm pretty sure I had like Family and Papa in it, that's for sure. Oh, I need to remember what my writing was. Back then, I also didn't use Crimson, for example, as often. Papa? Pain? Memories? A crime, pretty sure. Dark. Hurt. I had like those simpler words back then, especially. Flower. But I know my first route was with Sayori. My first time ever playing. Yeah, some words of the others were in there, like for example Papa was in there. I just picked the words. There are like so many words that I would have loved back, like... I mean, I suppose I do still use this fairly often. In fantasy. You were hanging out with Sayori the first time I played, yeah? Not really surprised there since you knew her first. Although it seemed like maybe that wasn't what she wanted. Or maybe it was? Emotions are complicated. Anyways, Ben, you should probably hang on to this. Sure. Who knows, maybe it'll come in handy. Yeah, we probably won't find anything else though. Let's try one of the other days. Let's just go down the line here. We're outside my house. I hear a familiar voice in the distance. One of them is my own. Natsuki grabs my arm and yanks me into an alleyway where we won't be seen. Where is Sayori ask? A pretty awkward question about whether or not I would still walk home with her. After that, we go into our separate houses for the evening. That was weird. Tell me about it. But, Amy, tell me something. When you picked that choice, were you honest? I was honest, I probably would walk home with her again. Of course I was. She probably would have been stressed about it no matter what you told her. But I think she would understand if you were honest at least. Okay, let's move on. Because I know I wanted to walk home with her. We're outside the club room? I can hear voices coming from the room. Wait, I think someone's leaving. Quick, over here! We duck around the corner where we have a good view of the hallway without being seen. She looks back at the door for a moment, then starts walking away, quickly head down. Right now it probably would be better to maybe go. Natsuki seems to understand, but doesn't follow. She didn't say anything to me at the time, so it would make sense for me to be there. I'll keep my distance. Just be careful, okay? I ran down a bunch of similar-looking hallways until I finally catch up to her. She doesn't realize I'm there until I called her name. Sayuri, wait a second. Oh, Ben! I thought I told you to stay with the others? You'd better be careful. If you've got a cold and you catch it, you won't be able to go out to the festival. Sayuri. I'm a little worried about you. Are you sure there's nothing you'd like to talk about? I feel like that's... I don't really like... That's not really the way I speak. Sayuri's expression breaks a little bit. Ben, thanks. I appreciate it, I really do. I'm just... tired. And I don't feel like talking about this right in this moment. I just want to go home and be by myself for a bit, okay? Okay. Well, if you change your mind and want to talk, you know how to get a hold of me. Sorry, I know I was supposed to let you handle this, but I'm pretty sure that's what you would have said, right? Yep. It would be. I don't want to pressure her further. Sayuri smiles at me and it feels genuine. We wave goodbye and she walks back home. I head back to where Natsuki's waiting. Well, I think it helped a little at least. I hope so. Sometimes people need help, and sometimes they just need some time and space, exactly. And to know that their friends are around if needed. It's hard to find the right balance sometimes. But usually if you listen to what they're telling you, you'll be on the right track. Yeah, so what's next? I think that's all we can do here. So let's go try a different day. Okay, let's try a different day, I guess. Sunday. We're outside my house again. It was a pretty emotional scene. I told Sayuri... I don't remember if I told that her the first time. No, I think I did tell her. I think I went full on Sayuri by the end of it. I'm pretty sure it was also my favorite character back then. That I loved her. I don't know if it was the best answer for the situation, but I'm sticking with it. Okay, I think this should work. Are we going to go talk to her? Yeah, I don't think we can cure depression. That would take lots of therapy, and maybe even medication. Neither of which we have. I mean, I haven't seen her parents around this entire time. Yeah, the game probably only gave someone parents. It's kind of weird now that you mention it. But, what we can do at least is prevent a tragedy from happening tomorrow. Amy, if you're ready, let's go save Sayuri. Aye, let's do this. Okay, we can do this. Natsuki starts chanting again. I realized this time that while I should have known that what she was saying, we're getting a meta joke instead of a proper translation. Yeah, pretty much. So, what did you do this time? I figured a casual look would be more appropriate. Oh, you just changed my clothes. Just changed clothes? Are you kidding? Do you know how much time this saves? Good point. I wish I could do that. And also eating like that. I also grabbed something I've been working on that I think will help. Come on, let's go. Natsuki and I approach Sayori's front door. It takes her a bit, but she eventually opens the door. She's happy to see me, although sometimes it's still clearly troubling her. Something is still clearly troubling her. Natsuki's rather surprised, though. She explains that we wanted to come visit and ended up dragging me along once she saw me. That she wanted to come visit and she ended up dragging me along. We end up in Sayori's room. So, why did you decide to come visit anyway, Natsuki? What about that? I might as well get to the point. There's no reason to beat around the bush. Not my style. Sayori, I'm really worried about you. After what happened on Friday, I knew something was wrong, so I talked to Monica. And during the day, I pulled Ben away from Yuri to talk to him for a bit too. And you didn't tell her, did you? I mean, I didn't. No, he didn't, but I had pretty much already figured it out anyway. He didn't say anything, but I could tell something was wrong by his tone of voice. To be honest, I'd kind of suspected this for a while now, but I figured if you couldn't hide it anymore, then it might be getting really bad. So, I had to do something, even if it just meant coming over to talk to you for a bit. Also, I wrote something. Oh, is it the poem? Natsuki pulls out a sheet of paper and hands it to Sayori. I thought, in case I didn't get to talk to you directly, that I could still tell you how I feel. Sayori reads over Natsuki's poem. Natsuki, I don't know what to say. Sayori seems happier, but also on the verge of tears. Hey, and don't forget. Do I have a poem? If I have a poem about her, then you're precious to me too. You remember these, right? I might have been pretty dense about things. Sorry about that. But even then, you were always someone I cared about deeply. And things. Since I wrote like these poems, that's probably what might be important when I want to travel back in time at some point. I'm really glad that both of you came to visit today. To be honest, I've been even more stressed out than usual today. I guess it's not really a surprise, but also, this might sound crazy, but it almost feels like there's been a voice in my head telling me, to do things. Natsuki and I look at each other. Without exchanging words, we both know. I don't know. Monica probably isn't exactly, like, telling her to do things that aren't just, like, stay away from him. Monica. That does sound pretty crazy, doesn't it? Sayori. The voice in your head telling you to do things. It's telling you to kill yourself, isn't it? Well, then it's not maybe I should have applied some. Maybe I will change it to kindness because because once again that makes no sense for Monica's motivations. Sorry, but I will remain on that. She probably just even on that day on Friday told her to stay away because her down attitude is affecting us. Look at how sad we are. Because it makes no sense for her to want Sayori to kill herself. That's an inconvenience at the very least. How did you... Sayori, do not listen to that voice. Look, I know this is kind of imposing, but... Do you mind if I stay over tonight? I think it might be bad for you to be by yourself tonight, from the sound of things. I mean, I guess that'd be okay. But Natsuki, what about your dad? Natsuki shakes her head. This is too important. I'll deal with him later. Maybe with me. Hey, what about me? Would it be alright if I stayed over too? Yeah, sure. I guess you could use the couch downstairs. I see how I'll deal with things. Oh wait, I almost forgot. Natsuki, what about the cupcakes? Don't worry, I've made arrangements for them already. Although I'm kind of wiped out from all that baking. What do you say we just get takeout tonight and take it easy? That sounds good to me. Yay, I also have images here that I can save. What is this, Vecdonald's? Vario Donald's? The three of us enjoy a good meal together. Afterwards, we watch TV and just talk for a few hours. It seems like old times, or at least it seems like whatever the old times in my memories should have been like. Still feels weird to think about that. It's almost too easy to forget what happened sometimes and just slip back into old habits. At one point, Natsuki indicates that she would like to talk about it later, but obviously we can't with Sayori in the room. Whatever, the important thing is that Sayori is getting what little help we can provide. If that's enough to keep her from doing something terrible to herself, that's what matters. Because I feel like kindness could apply, because even with the few little things that are like, we'll see if there's like more exaggerated stuff with the other routes. It seems like they're also staying in character here. Before I know it, my eyes are drifting to sleep on the downstairs sofa. My phone wakes me up, but it's not my alarm, it's buzzing. It looks like Natsuki just texted me. She's already awake? It's so early. She says Sayori's okay, but there's something important we need to discuss. I make my way to Sayori's room. I rub my eyes wearily. Oof, good morning, Natsuki. What's going on? Like the reference. She responds quietly. Shh, Sayori's still asleep. We were up pretty late talking last night and her alarm clock is turned off. Even if Monica were to try something, she'd probably sleep through the whole morning. I'm pretty sure Monica would like her vice president at the festival. If that's possible. Well, that's good, I guess, but do you really think she'll try something? I don't know. Normally this part of the game ends with Sayori being deleted after she kills herself. I feel like I'll put up a little trigger warning at the beginning because I feel like there aren't too many triggers. Like, I know this can still await bad memories for some people, but I feel like I don't have to put up a major trigger warning unless there's like graphic content. So when it's just mainly about more speaking and we don't go completely in depth, I feel like it should be fine. If she doesn't die, will Monica still try to delete her? Maybe she'll do something even more drastic. If you've... Natsuki, do you remember the file that basically read, oh, I'm going to try and basically fix things. Ah, fuck, I don't know what to do. Well, I'll just delete her. So basically, if Sayori isn't dead, she has no reason to delete her. This is actually very much convenient for Monica. It's not like she waited for me to die in the original game, where she panics and tries to delete everyone. That was because Sayori was already dead and she can't restart the game, basically, with you three, because she can't even form her club. The only things that matter in Act 2 is really the club, which she loses more and more passion for because things aren't going her way, and she basically starts completely latching all of her purpose onto the player. So as long as there's no need to, she has no reason to delete anyone. I tried to come up with a decoy plan, but next to Natsuki's sleeping bag is what appears to be a massive, rather crudely made doll that looks vaguely like Sayori. I know it can be pretty dense, but I think even I wouldn't be fooled by that thing hanging up in her room. Yeah, I know. Apparently, literary heroine magic isn't suited as well for arts and crafts. Well, it was a good try, especially considering how little sleep you must have gotten. Don't worry about that. I've got to come up with a plan, though. I have an idea, but Natsuki's son looks very nervous. I don't know. What is it? Well, obviously I shouldn't delete her, but what if we save the character file somewhere else for the time being? Somewhere very safe, of course. But then once we've helped Yuri and Monica, we can bring her back safe and sound. Will that work? I don't know, probably. We only go to sleep when the game is turned off now. So I think it should be okay for her. And I don't think we have any other options. So, Amy, I'm going to need your help. Please keep her somewhere safe. And whatever you do, don't lose her file, okay? Of course. I need to make sure that this thing falls, because I once did that during my first playthrough doing the Natsuki route, and I kind of had to remove like every file basically. Come with me, Moniki. Do we keep her here? If it isn't in the characters file, like Monica also saved it somewhere else. So let's just keep her here and see if that works. It should be back by now, I hope. Of course. Amy, did it work? Natsuki looks at the sleeping Sayori, then back at us. I copied her file somewhere safe. I mean, I put it outside of the characters folder. It's still in the game, like, not in the game folder, but like in the... Oh. But... that means the copy of her that's left behind will still get deleted. What? No, Amy, try again. No, it's okay. I have an idea. I'll need to make some changes behind the scenes so Monica doesn't realize what's happening. But I didn't make a copy of her. I just cut her out of the characters folder so she isn't present right now. Okay, but what should we do? You two just sit tight for a bit. Let's make sure that everything is fine with Monica. Should I put her back? Should I put a copy of her back? To be sure. Once I'm done, we'll be ready to proceed to the next stage. This was a good start, but we've still got a lot of work to do. Natsuki's chanting again. She's already becoming accustomed to this new twist in our story. I just hope Sayori's going to be alright. Keep her safe, Amy. I mean, her file is fine, I'm pretty sure. And second stage. Let me check out if, like... You know what? Just to be sure, I'll copy all of you! Come in here! Gotta protect them all just to be sure. It's the end of the second stage. BRB. New game.